And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Out-of-the-box party game. There you go. You gonna get it? I mean, that's a pretty good review right there, because Out-of-the-Box does spectacular in their party games. You ever hear of a game called Apples to Apples? I think you may have. Well, this game is very similar in the vein, but this one is more just pure silliness, but it's still very easy to play. Faux-Cabulary. Some funny things here, a really good job on putting a card set together. I'll show you the game, and then I'll tell you what I think about it. But, I mean, I guess I already made that a little obvious. Okay, in this game, each player is going to get one of these trays placed in front of them. It's a tray, it's a pretty cool tray, plastic. And then a pile of cards is placed out there, and one player is going to be the person who's in charge of each round. They're the word meister. So they're going to draw one of these cards. So look at some of the words. They're trying to have players are trying to make a word for whatever it is. These are things that there is no word in the dictionary. Well, at least no word that people know. Like that squishy, icy cold last cherry tomato in the salad bar. The test of one's willpower brought about by waiting in the restaurant line. To constantly have original ideas of no monetary value. A spastic style of dancing. A bodybuilder whose arms are too big for his or her shirt. Or the main ingredient in General Tso's chicken. So General Tso's chicken. So let's say that's the one that the card is. Everybody is going to randomly grab 3 of these dice without looking. Now when you look at these dice, you're going to look around here and you're going to see different words on those, and you're going to put these words together and make some kind of word. So let's say this person here makes ego yum fluid. Ego yum fluid, and they put that here underneath their tray, and they push that in the middle of the table. The next person grabs 3 cubes and they look around here and they'll call it grub. They only want to use 1 die. There's no law that you have to use all 3 dice. In fact, you can use just 1 or 2. And then the next person grabs 3 dice and they're looking at them and they say Funksaurus thingy. And they put those together and they put that underneath theirs. Then the player in the middle mixes up all of these and they reveal them. So we have Funksaurus thingy, ego yum fluid, and grub. And then they have to pick which one of those they think is the main ingredient in General Tso's chicken. And so we look at those, and well, you know, if it was me picking here, even though I'm the one who came up with these 3 fantastic names, I think I would go with ego yum fluid, because that sounds slightly Chinese, even though Funksaurus thingy will make me laugh. And that's basically the way a game works. I mean, you can do your apples style play where you're saying, well, you really should vote for this one, or you know, this one is a dumb one, or use it in a sentence. The other day I was putting some ego yum fluid in my food, and you know, do whatever you can. And I have to say that the card selection, there's quite a few, and they're double-sided, is very good. But basically you play several rounds. The person who is chosen by the Wordmeister wins the card. Whoever wins, after you win a certain amount of cards, you win the game. For example, in a 4-player game, first person to get 6 cards, woo, is the winner. Very easy. Faux-Cabulary is a very fun party game. They just did a good job. You know, the idea, I wasn't so sure on it. I mean, there's only a certain number of dice in the game. Does the box say how many different dice are in the game? 21 different word cubes in the game, so 21 times 6 is 126 different words. Now that makes infinite amount of combinations, but they picked just really funny different things to put together. And the card selection, so many of those cards are the kind of cards I say, man, yeah, I've always wanted a word for that. I always wanted a word for the guy who takes a long time to make a decision here, or the person who seemingly is crazy when they drive, or that green sludgy stuff, you know, whatever. It's a good idea, and it's a lot of fun. And if you don't know what you're doing in the game, which people always complain about different games like this style, you can just basically put 3 dice together, put them there, and who knows, the judge might pick it. So it's fun. Good quality. I love the feel of those big chunky dice, and just a lot of fun. Great selection on the cards. Try out Faux-Cabulary.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.